do a vlog either. I guess I could do either one in the midnight or one in the morning, just whenever I feel like it. But essentially, I was so tired. It was a long day. The viewership is down, and I'm kind of scratching my head as to why. Um, and people say that during summertime, views go down anyways. So, but still the same. I don't know. It's got me thinking, more and more, and I'm still thinking about doing the changes that I'm going to do. So I think that it'll be good to move. I've already cleaned the space here some more, and I've made more space, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do a studio setting here or in the big house. I think I would be more comfortable doing it here, to be honest, because then I can take it anywhere. So I think the back room over there, I'm going to turn into an actual studio where I can do my podcast from. And then sky's the limit, you know. But I think it'd be nice to actually have a nice setup, an actual microphone, and all that stuff. Do it professionally, make it look really cool, and actually become part of the channel, and keep working on it because I really enjoy it. I remember as a kid when I was 14 years old, 15 years old, when YouTube was just starting, but it wasn't. It never had hit my idea. It never hit me to that's where I need to upload videos. For some reason as a kid I don't know if I was just dumb. I don't know. I was just like, oh, you'd make a video, then you upload it there. I would just make them and just show some of my friends, and that's it. That's what I would do. And so stupid. We could have been uploading these videos, and we probably would have gotten millions of views. And like looking back, now that I know a lot more about YouTube in this, we probably would have made millions of views. Not only that, our video would have been uploaded right when YouTube just started. Not only would it have gotten millions of views, by now it would have hit 300 million views easily. Because it was actually a really funny thing we did. We did a couple funny things. One thing we did was a prank where we cut out a cardboard cat, painted it black, and put foil where the eyes would be. And we set it up in the middle of the street at night. So when cars drove by at night, they would slam their brakes, and we had these like camcorder cameras, and we would film it, and we would film the guys like stop and wait. We would be laughing our asses off, and then they would go. And we did that as kids, and that was part of our show called The Attic Show. And I had this crazy idea, trying to follow my dreams, and I quit. I eventually quit because it was just I didn't have the gumption to keep going back then, right? I was just a kid, and but I wanted to do it, so I went after it. I put a desk up there, I cleaned the attic, and I was such a smaller kid back then that I didn't really hit my growth right there. I was still pretty small, so like I was tall enough to fit in the attic because the attic was a peak like this, and so in the middle it was just fine. And so my first show, I got a Darth Maul mask and set it up like over there in the guest, and I did an interview with Darth Maul, and then we did like I had a segment where we did I don't know what it was, just like it was just jokes, and then like just get funny stupid things, and then we'd go to the tapes. We'd go to the tapes and show the tapes of us doing the cat thing and watching the cars stop. And then we would do another thing. We would throw a soccer ball during the daytime across the street, or whenever a car, but we didn't make it obvious. We were kind of far from each other. And so whenever a car would drive by, we would kick the ball and it would roll into the street right when the car was coming. And the cars, sometimes the balls would hit the cars and the ball would go fucking flying through the air. And we'd be like, oh, our ball. And the camera guy would be like hidden, filming everything. It was dangerous for us kids to do that. We would sneak out, and hang out, and our parents had no idea what we were doing. And this is what we were doing. We were doing these freaking insane things. It was mainly Luke. Luke in the group was this really high energy jokester. He had like 8 brothers, so he's been through it. You know what I mean? He knew every joke in the book. He knew everything, and was such a, for his age, he was such a like, I don't know. He just had something about him that just like was fun to be around. He had these ideas, but what was crazy is you put him and me together, me like the camera guy and my ideas, and like wanting to implement him. We had a show. We had a show. It was freaking hilarious. But we only did like one show, and you know, I still have those tapes somewhere. But yeah, so part of that show was the soccer ball gag and the cat gag in the middle of the street. So bad, so bad, so bad that it's so funny though, so dangerous. And that was before viral videos. That was before like millions of people doing TikToks and stuff. Like we just, as kids, we were just like, hey, this is hilarious. Let's film this. So you know, it's not. It doesn't surprise me that now in today's world, that with the access of YouTube and everybody having a camera, that's what everybody does now. Like kids, they're just doing gags and jokes and recording and putting it on there and getting millions of views. I mean, it's amazing, you know. So it's pretty. It's so crazy how technology has advanced access and opportunities, you know, and if you're born today, being born today in this kind of technology, you have such a huge leg up compared to everybody else. I mean, your ability to do things today, starting out young, and then building off of that success, man, you would be huge, enormous by the time you were like in your 20s. You know, that takes guidance. That takes a certain amount of guidance from somebody, you know. I never had that, but it's okay. It All your experiences, good or bad, really make who you are, you know. And there's no escaping that. There's absolutely no escaping that. And my cat's with me right here. I say my cat, but it's my friend's cat I'm taking care for. It's been quite a bit. He likes his dry food, so I'm gonna give him some, just a little bit. I have a little. Just throw on the counter. Nothing really exciting to report, other than I need to do better with maintenance. I'm doing maintenance on my life because I'm focusing so much on YouTube has really kind of let other things go. But today is a good day to really jump back on and get stuff done. I mean, I've already cleaned this room. I got to clean all the other rooms, and then once I'm done with that, I have to design the studio space. I have these lights that I can use for background that I'm excited about. You know, and that's going to be the background, and have, I guess, a table and in my microphone and all that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I'm committed. I'm fully committed. I'm fully committed unless I get like a huge project and I have to like step away because I'm on a huge project. And that's the only thing that's going to potentially keep me away from YouTubing. But honestly, even if I get a huge project, like I'm acting in a film, like a big film or something, or even a small film, but I mean like a big feature film or even a short, whatever, I'll probably take the YouTube with me. I'll probably take it and go live on set. I think that would actually be a lot of fun if I get approval. You know, I could tell the people on set like, hey, listen, like I have a YouTube. I'm hitting over close to 200,000 views, what, a month? So, what do you guys think? Would you guys find it beneficial if I went, you know, behind the scenes live while I do my thing as an actor, and people get to see what I do and like the whole set and all that stuff? I mean, you know, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I kind of did it with the when I went live at the Drunkard, but the problem was I have such a horrible phone and connection that like it's just horrible quality, really bad quality at the end of the day. So I gotta keep doing this until I can make some money on the side, because I was gonna rely on YouTube to make the money. I was like, well, once I start making money with YouTube and I'm monetized, then I'll spend that money on the stuff I need. But I'm starting to realize that I may need to like actually get the stuff now. Luckily, I have a few things to perk up the stuff. It wouldn't take much. You know, I can ask my folks for some money to, you know, it's not a big deal, to buy me a microphone or whatever. I can look for a partner if I want to get even more serious. Look for a partner to be like, hey, if you invest, let me borrow some equipment that can really get me going. You could increase my views. So that I'm gonna look for a partner. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Look for a partner that will allow me to do this. Give me the chance to like, hey, you know, a setup could increase the views, and you know, once I can buy my own microphone, or even better, I'll just buy the microphone you let me borrow. You can buy yourself a new one, you know, something like that. I'll make a business arrangement, you know, and then, but I have to clear that out. It's gonna take some time. I mean, I could show you if you're interested. So this is the space. It's not the most incredible space. It is the entryway, so that's the only other issue. Now, what I could do is make that the main entrance over there, because that's another door. Right? This is where I do a lot of my live stuff. That's my favorite chair on the planet. And so I do my live stuff here. It's not the best setup, but you know, then I have, you know, this is the background that I use. Essentially, it's just that's pretty much all I got. So, and then I have this space that I sometimes, when it's like, basically when I turn around, it makes for a good kind of backdrop, you know, when the curtains are fully placed right, you know. So I have options to explore. Then I have this back room that's not really being used because I don't really sleep here. I like sometimes mess around with music, but this could be utilized big time. I could turn this into, I could get rid of that bed, which is taking up so much space. Oh, you love that bed, don't you? Okay, well, we won't get rid of it. So, but still, there's so much space I can utilize even so. I can use this more so for storage and just move a lot of that stuff that's in there back in this back room. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. Not a bad idea at all, actually. So there's that. I don't know if I get rid of that bed. I could definitely make better use of that room. But that's such a nice bed, though. I don't want to get rid of it. Decisions. But yeah, this wouldn't be a bad spot. I got enough space. To actually do this, you know. And I just gotta decide now, because the only problem is I really love using this door. Like I love having it open, but with that, you know, it's been a problem because a lot of bugs come in here. There's a solar panel light, but and the other thing is like the power here is messed up. For some reason, there's an issue with the cable, and I'm not getting any power. I'm not getting any juice. My cool lava lamp doesn't even turn on. You know, there's something going on here, and I've been kind of burnt out, to be honest. Doing 2 shows back to back at the Drunkard really took a lot, since it was like my first 2 shows, and so this is still my June calendar. I need to get in there and start erasing some stuff and get back on track, because I'm off my calendar. I've been so burnt out in a sense, and just hiding away in my trailer doing the YouTube stuff, and I have not, you know, I don't have any immediate thing coming up. I was going to do outdoor screenings, but like I said, I'm pretty burnt out, and cat's hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and feed. Hey, come here. Big boy. Big boy. You don't want that? You want the snacks? Benny loves these. He just loves these, don't he? Here you go. Yeah, look at him. It's almost like a commercial. This is what Benny eats. He loves his Meow Mix in combination with these little treats. Yeah, he's crazy about those. Absolutely crazy about them. So I need to work out is what I need to do. I haven't worked out in a minute. It's actually a good opportunity to do my workouts during my vlogs, to be honest. Um, so I just try to do maintenance. Now I do have a 30 pounder in there that I'm thinking about getting up there and with the weight, pushing it up a little bit and doing these little exercises. I call these just these I just call these maintenance exercises. They're not I'm not trying to like push myself because I'm in a kind of a burnout phase I'm kind of getting out from. Uh, and so I talk about that in one of my podcast discussions on burnout. And so I always allow myself to just burn out after two huge projects. And it wasn't even that. It was because last month I had a big art thing, 60 people, big art event in Oklahoma City, and then I did the whole thing with the stage live, acting live at the Spotlight Theater, and then they asked me to do it again. So because they needed somebody, so that was surprising, but I did it, and it burnt me out. I'll be honest, but I didn't have anything going on, so it was a proper time to burn out, and that's just success after success, and then you need time to settle in and relax and just kind of like find your foothold with energy. Because the fact that I went from doing those 3 huge events that were big and successful, thank God, by the way, because I was coming from a really dark place, so thank God for those. I just focused on YouTube, right? I kept focusing on YouTube and YouTube and YouTube because that's all I could really do because I was pretty burnt out. So I found I adjusted to something that I could do while in bed and just do hourly to figure out. And it's true, it's an experiment to figure out YouTube and really put myself out there, So I call these going around the world. I do these quite often to just like, because it's burning all this area here, and it's a workout, believe it or not. I mean, look how toned my arms are. This is like the biggest workout I do is this. And of course I'm on the downside of my workout because I haven't worked out in a long time. So I'm on the downside trying to get back up to where I was. I was doing this with a 50 pounder and doing other regular workout things that are, that I do. I was doing with a 50 pounder. Can you imagine? That'd be so hard to do right now. So I gotta work myself up to getting back up there by doing these routines every so often, because it is exhausting to do these like every day. Can you imagine? No, not every day. But this is like a perfect downtime for me because I got any downtime. Always take advantage of your downtime. I'll probably make a discussion of that. Take advantage of downtime, or call it downtime. I don't know what to call it, but there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do on your downtime. And I do this to the point where, like, it's just exhausting. You know what I mean? Like, to the point where your arms are just dead tired. And then I do the other workouts, and push-ups and pull-ups, and it really burns. It really burns because I'm tiring out my arms to the point where when I start doing my basic training, like I said, the push-ups and the bicep work and the shoulder work, like it's really painful. So I just, it's a way to get my body warmed up too. You don't want to just go straight to working out. You want to warm up your body. So there's that benefit too. You're kind of warming up your body before you get into the seriousness of working out. And for me, it's important to keep up with my body. Being a stage actor is really demanding. Just running a a big show, a big event that's sold out is also very tiring, you know. So it's very, very exhausting. So it's important to just keep up with the body and make sure you eat healthy and you're building up your stamina and stuff. Like I'm already feeling my muscles like waking up, you know. I'm feeling that, you know. So I do need to get some water. Oh, thank God I got water. I got water here. So yeah, I'm being really good about stuff. Being just here, you know. Otherwise, I have to go all the way back to the house. This is the water I'm drinking currently. People say a lot of shit about plastics and shit, but whatever. Yeah, maybe I should get a filter in the long run. No, you know what I really want to do is get a worm farm going, and then eventually get a rainwater collector going. You know, get that. That's gonna really get the garden going. You know, that's after that having a, you know, and then the tumbler for the, what do you call it, to make and mix and create soil. There's a whole process. You know, that'd be easily to do during the morning, and create rich soil. You know, composting process. That's going to enrich the garden. You know, like by times 10 the first year, and then times 50 the second year, and it'll just keep growing. And that's how I see. And actually, that's how I see this place going. To be honest, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I have a huge map. I had a dream in my sleep, and I woke up and I drew it, and I drew the map I had in my dream, and this is what it came to be. It's like a fortress, but it's also a garden, and I think it's to keep people out, but it's also like I said, it's a garden where there's fresh fish and beautiful plants and fruits and vegetables everywhere. You know, I even made space for like a goat. So, you know, and that's why there's walls, because people are gonna want that, and I think in the future people are gonna want that more than ever. So it's my goal for my future generations to come. When I pass, I don't have a family myself, but it'll pass on to my brother's lineage. I hope one day, and this will be a fortress of solitude. You know, a place of, you know, I may call it an evil name just to throw off people, but like, you know, call it like trailer trash town or something. But essentially, we're not even give it a name. Just call it. You know, don't even give it a name, because then that way people can't even find it. But to me, it's the sanctuary. It'll always be the sanctuary. Like it's a slice of heaven on earth. You know, it truly is. And that's how I see this place going. The trailer and stuff. And once I get all my tech stuff in order, all my gear in order and things like that, I'll be able to do more stuff on YouTube. I feel very limited because like I don't have the right microphone set up and things like that, but it's okay. We still did so much, considering that all I have is a cell phone to do this YouTube stuff and a couple of apps. I'm thinking about getting another app here in a minute that'll probably enhance and change the way I do videos. And that's probably why my ratings went down as far as viewership, is because I haven't evolved quite yet to the next phase. But I'm getting there. It's just going to take a little time as I figure things out. It's hard. It's hard to like sometimes implement the ideas that work for other people. When you try, it doesn't work for you, but maybe it's because you're not fully committed to the ideas. Maybe, but I'm wrestling right now there's a lot going on in my head, which is one, viewership is down, but that's normal during summertime. My For me in particular, I was hitting a high. I hit my highest peak at 26,000 views. That's really good for me, considering I don't really know hardly anything about YouTube. Just some basic stuff that I'm learning from other YouTubers who teach this stuff, yes, for a living, and probably make a ton of money because they get like millions of views. So they got it right. So obviously, it's not about copying them, but it's about learning what they do and then implementing my own creativity to what could be something of my own that could be really successful. And I know it will be. I know it will be because I'm the kind of person that when I commit to something, commit to it fully, I'm going to commit until I get that first goal, then my next goal, then my next goal. That's just the kind of person I am. And that's actually a good discussion topic right there, setting goals. Goals, yeah. And I don't mean soccer goals, but all those can be very important in that career. Somebody asked for a before and after of me working out, but to be honest, like I said, I've always been this way. There is no before and after. Like I've always been this shape because, until I grew up into this, but until this is my adult size, but I've always been this because I always do this maintenance. I don't know where I learned it. I just kind of did it myself, to be honest. No one taught me this. I just started doing it myself and just experimenting to see if there'll be some results, and there's some results. Of course, anything you do to work out, even if it's a little bit, like I said, I call it the lazy workout from home because it's just one of those things to warm up your muscles before you actually hit the gym. I don't want to go in cold, so I do this. And sometimes I just do this for like 200 times, and I use that as my workout. That's it. That was my workout. But we're not going to stop there, though. We're going to keep going, with the workout. I'm watching my figure. Watching this isn't too bad. I haven't really worked out this area, but look how freaking wide I am. Like, compared to this, it's getting like a little sun. But I'm not gonna lie, the weather it's been like 4 days of clouds. It was sunny yesterday, I think, like finally, and then it just hasn't been that sunny, to be honest. And I've been hiding away because of the poison ivy. I've been avoiding going outside and being around plants and stuff. I think it's time to light up a little bit. I have my medical marijuana license, and in the state of Oklahoma, if you have your medical license, that was, after going to a doctor and they approve it and they send the papers in, you get your license, and then you go down to a dispensary and buy some weed. This is what I like to smoke currently. Currently, this is what I'm smoking right here. It is Sunday extracts. Bada bing, bada boom. How do you like that? How do you like that one? How do you like that one? No, I don't do this because it's cool. I've actually been smoking for a long time. When I got cancer, I looked into it and did research and was like, oh, cool. Plus, I enjoy it. And I've become a heavy smoker in a lot of ways, which, it's one of those things where I go, man, it's one of those things where I really need to learn to kick that habit eventually. It's just so nice, though. It's just so nice. Is there anything nicer than this? Bathing in the sun while high, doing anything while high. It makes life so much better. A little bit of water. I gotta do my jumping jacks. I gotta do my jump ropes, and that'll get me going. That's gonna get my stamina going. I haven't done it in a while. I'll be honest. It's been a minute. I think it's just because, like I said, I've been burnt out. So when you're kind of burnt out, you tend to not do much. I'm on the low end of things. What's funny is that my viewership also reflects that. My views are low, and it's also because I don't know, because it's just the whole timing of it all. It's just tough. But we're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep pushing, keep putting it out there. I'm gonna do 100 jump ropes and 100 jumping jacks, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. Switch angle, switch direction. Okay. That feels pretty good. Oh yeah, stretch. Let your arms stretch your back. That's one thing I like doing is don't hurt yourself for sure, but having that weight helps kind of stretch my back a little bit. Puts more force to the twist. You gotta be careful though. You don't want to go too fast. It'll hurt you. All right. Working those muscles, working the muscles out. So important to work out them muscles. Lee, quit playing around. Never quit playing around. No, that's not what I meant. I meant never. Wait, that's what I meant. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. Burns. All right, we're gonna do some of these. I like doing these. Yeah, buddy. All right. We got that in. We got that one in. So what's next? Well, like I was saying, I think I don't know. At this point, I just kind of, when you're burnt out, you don't even want to think about it, to be honest. I don't want to think about it too much. I just want to get my workout in. That's pretty much it. I do want to do some more of the animation stuff. I'm thinking about that. But everything takes time, and I really got to figure out a schedule. So I feel like everything gets a little bit of time, That way, nothing gets totally neglected. Like my living situation is, I got to do my laundry. I got to clean my rooms. I got to resituate like a studio space. That's going to be helpful. I don't know, in a lot of ways, this helps me find center, So, it gives me time to focus on an activity while I think about stuff. It kind of helps to stay focused, kind of in a weird way. I don't know. See, look, I'm already like beefier. I can already tell. I can already feel it. What am I going to do for breakfast? I'm thinking about doing a shake, like a banana shake with peaches. I think that'd be good. That'd be really good. There we go. Got those in there. Oh, God, it burns. Burns, it burns, it burns. Burning ring of fire. Burn, burn, burn. Burning ring of fire. I still need to wake up. Like, I really just woke up not too long ago, so I'm not quite awake. What is that, 6, 7, 8, 9. Burns, burns, burns. It burns, it burns, it burns. A burning ring of fire. Yeah. Let's keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. I look like a 1930s gangster or something. Tommy gun. Let me do one more of these. One more of these. Oh man, it burns. One more. Oh. Oh. Okay. Need a breather. Need a breather. Need a breather. Take my hat off. It's getting hot. It's getting hot up in here. It's getting hot up in here. It's getting hot up in here. That's what you get. That's what you get when you mess with the lasso. That's what you get. Did you see that? See how fast that was? You didn't even see. Look how fast that is. You can't even see what I'm doing. It's just a big blur. Faster than Bruce Lee. That was so fast that the video couldn't even catch up. I had to catch up to it. It was a big blur. I had to catch up to it. It was so fast. Look how fast that was. Look how fast that was. The video couldn't even catch up with it. Lasso is officially Bruce Lee fast. Be careful. Be careful, y'all. Be careful, y'all. I'm fast as Bruce Lee. I'm as fast as Bruce Lee. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Look how fast I am. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know how fast I can go. You feeling pumped yet? You feeling pumped? You feeling pumped yet? You feeling pumped? Huh? You feel awake yet? You feel awake? Yeah, I feel awake. I feel better. Look at that. Wake up. Wake up. All right. All right. You awake yet? I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling fresh. I can do so many voices. It's crazy. I can do so many voices. I can do 1,000 voices, probably. It's insane. I didn't know I had that talent. It was only when I started doing the those animation experiments where I was like, huh, I'm really good at making voices. I can switch like that. It's pretty. Oh my God, it's so crazy. You can just switch like that. Wow. I know. It's pretty ridiculous. What do you mean you can just do that on a dime? That's ridiculous. Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, look at that. I found a penny on the ground. It's too bad I can't bend over and grab it because I'll break in half like a twig. I just pulled that out of my ass. I didn't practice that or anything. I just literally pulled that out. I just pulled that out of my ass. Hey, Dad, look. There's a puppy over there. Where does that come from? I don't know. I can just pull it out of my ass. It's crazy. Pull it out of my ass. It's ridiculous. So I'm looking into it. I'm looking into doing an anime, like seriously doing an anime. It's gonna take some time, and I may have to switch my goals for a bit, like switch chasing after 1,000, hitting that goal, to just focusing on that animation. Because I'm telling you, if I can get that animation going, and I could probably just track as I go. Honestly, it's not a bad idea. I can track as I go on this channel, creating the animation, so I'm gonna do that. But first is first. I gotta update the studio space. This isn't bad. This is part of it. This is like part of it. I can do my vlogging here. This is fine. But that room, I really want to dedicate to podcasting. And it's perfect because the door is right there. Guests can come right in, and they're in the studio space. They come right here. It's like a guest space. If they want to take it further, if they want to stay the night with me because they want to sleep with me, because they want to, and I give consent, we both give consent, there's a bedroom right over there. Go figure. Not a bad setup, in my opinion. Not a bad setup. This is the green room, I guess. The green room. Or I can make, if anything, I can make that more of the green room. But honestly, this is not a bad green room. If anything, I can do my vlogging from here. And this would be the famous green room, I guess. But there's nothing green about it. But it'd be cool if I had a lava lamp for every room. There's a green lava lamp in this room, which I do. If I buy one more, I complete the rooms. I have a red one over there. I got a pink one I can put over there, and I put a green one in here, and that's gonna look dope. That's gonna look dope as fly on Tudu Turds. What's a to-do turns? I have no idea. Somebody who tooted and turned it at the same time. And I'm thinking about potentially doing a kids channel because that seems like that would be a really easy route to go. Um, like real content that brings value to kids, a real show. So that would be hilarious to do. Hilarious. Totally doable too. I just have to build a little set, which I could probably do in the garage, and I could have a kids show, like they had back in the day with puppets, and I can cut away or do green screen with the puppets. I can act and do the puppets. I can do everything myself until I can get people to actually work on it. There's a cat in town who does puppeteering stuff. I could try to do a business partnership with him and see if he's interested. We could do a kids puppet show and adult show. It's like by the same group, but it's like obviously different. There's like the kids and the adults. That would be fun. I think that would be a lot of fun. A lot of effing fun. A lot of effing fun. That should be my shirt. A lot of effing fun. But yeah, I've come up with shirt ideas too. I have shirt ideas that once I'm able to sell products, I'm gonna push the shirts like crazy, like even around town, not just on YouTube, but like I'm gonna go around. My strategy is to get the most prettiest girls to wear the shirts and to push it, and say, hey, where did you get that shirt? Oh, there's this local guy. He's a YouTuber, filmmaker guy, So, yeah, but though, this whole thing when I started it in last year, November, I was under a dark place, and now I'm just in a much better place, and I'm pushing, I'm continuing the growth, and I don't, it's fun to see where it goes because I have, some long-term goals, but I have these goals that I have set. I guess you could consider them as long-term. When I set a goal for a year, it's the 1,000 subs, right? So that's the goal I'm after, and we're in July, so it's almost like I'm averaging 100 subs a month, right? But that hasn't been the case because this channel I started like 15 years ago or so, more than that. I don't know. So but I'm now hitting it hard and discovering the ins and outs, and then what things I'm doing wrong. I'm obviously doing a lot of things wrong, but this is like my main experimental channel, so it's okay. I've been using it for myself mainly. And then when I started thinking about views and started pushing it, that's when I started discovering more about YouTube and the potential that lies there, Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. That's exhausting. That's exhausting. A little workout sesh. A little workout sesh. Okay. All right. There we go. Bada bing. Bada boom. All right, so we got those in. What else? What else is next? So we got to do some of these. That just burns. It burns. It burns.
So about another 10 minutes of working out and vlogging. I think I know what I'm going to do today. My plan of action is to clean up my room, the trailer a bit more, because it's actually pretty nice right now. It just needs a good vacuum, honestly, and throw away some of the old cat empty containers and stuff, whatever. Clean out some of the cat poop. Think about posting another video. You know, something funny, something short, something funny. You know, something short, something funny. Yeah, it's so important to stretch, you know, warm up your body, have a good breakfast, replenish your body. So I'm looking forward to a good breakfast. That's the first thing, is go get breakfast, you know, clean up my room, take a shower, get dressed for the day, you know, and then make another YouTube video, something funny, something short, work on the studio space, potentially put another short out, something funny, maybe a montage, a Tom Cruise montage. But you know, something I learned from prior experience, when it tanks, the views tank and it goes under, what I've learned is just to keep going, but to tweak some things. So before I tweak what I do on YouTube, and because I'm still figuring out my habits, my schedules, like vlogging is a new thing I'm adding to the whole mix, you know. So let's see, it's pretty, it's Wild West out here, you know. It's the Wild West, anything goes, and you know, that's where I'm at with things. So once I have figured out the studio space, hopefully I have enough time to go in and actually do some office work. And I need to, like, there's some classes that are coming up. There's the August Film Festival, entries are open. And so a lot of great things happening. So just some things I need to tune in to my other work, essentially. And then post my Seinfeld episodes, get those out there, try to get some views again. And maybe this time, well, like I said, I'm burnt out. So for me to just do clips of Seinfeld episodes is a way to coast while I'm burnt out. So I can still manage to get 600 views plus maybe 1,000 views a day just from posting those. So if I'm lucky, one of my videos will pop. If I do something short, sweet, and funny, you know, it'll pop, you know. And so I think I've already posted 2 videos. This was unlisted, so I don't know if it'll count this, but my 3rd video, you know, is might get pushed out there, and if I hit it just right, it could get me 1,000 views for the morning, you know, for the day. But I could always rely on Seinfeld, if anything, or a Tom Cruise montage, perhaps. I could do a montage of like a pretty actress, you know. That's always, you could always do that. I've also my last few days I've been hell because of the poison ivy. I've been taking care of that. Now that I gotta focus on this a little bit more, give this attention just a little bit more. And once I'm through giving this all my attention, like cleaning it one more time really good, giving it a really good solid wash with the poison ivy stuff that's got the little beads in it, do that, clean it, do the cream, and then do the wipe, and then call it a day with the poison ivy and see if that did it. And actually, before I do anything, I have to go upstairs to my office, look at the analytics. I might do an analytic video, and I probably will, for sure. And then get my breakfast in and all that stuff, and get the day going. It's good. It's good to think about your day in the morning. Think about how you're going to spend your whole day, and try to focus and hone in and all that without getting interrupted. If you get interrupted because you need to do this, you need to do that, there's something missing, some groceries you need to get, fine, do it, knock it out immediately, and get back right in it. Yeah, I think the discussion for today is goals, for sure. I'll try and knock that out as soon as possible, make a little video, and then I'll do that right now, actually. Yeah, that's actually the first thing I'll do, just to knock that out. I don't have to worry about it, you know. But I think I'll finish off the vlogging with just 5 minutes of working out, you know. And like I said, I'm gonna go do 100 jumping jacks and 100 pull-ups here a bit later in the day, and just keep my stamina going, you know. Just keep at it, keep pushing myself. And the key is to do it every other day, so that, like, just like YouTube, I'll see the momentum and the growth in my stamina, you know. So as long as I keep eating healthy and doing the stuff, I should be really good. And I'm going to increase the weight soon, because I'm getting really comfortable with it, you know. I'm getting pretty comfortable. And like I said, I stopped working out, and so because I was doing so many projects back to back, and I had to like focus and zero in, that, you know, it was just hard for me to give this attention. But it's really important. And so, like, the downtime, for example, is such a key, you know, perfect time to bust in the workout and knock it out before the day gets too far ahead of me, you know. That's why people work out in the mornings, to knock it out and get it in. You know, I'm gonna have to maybe make an adjustment and perhaps start working out early in the morning, now that my life is getting a little bit more intense, and, you know, I gotta schedule things out more. So there's that. That felt pretty good. I like working out this side of the arm too, because I want my arm to feel tight. I don't want any loose, flabby arms, you know. So that's why I like doing these. Whew. It's pretty good. It feels good. It feels good right here, right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell. I can tell my definition is coming back. You know, my arms, my body, and stuff. Plus, you get the bonus of just feeling good, confidence booster, all that stuff. You know, it's just a part of it. Plus, you know, you just feel good for doing something good that's gonna help your health. You know, that's always gonna make you feel better. All right. Yeah. One more of these. Call it a day with those. Burns. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see what else. What else? What else? So do one more of these. some of these side ones. These like, do some of these. I don't really feel anything. The weight has to be heavier for sure, but I'll do that next time. I'll do these. I don't even want to do them, to be honest. I think I'll just call it a day, honestly, because I said 5 minutes and it's been 5 minutes. So, like I said, I'll do those push-ups, pull-ups, 100 jumping jacks, or jump ropes a bit later. So time to get to work, like I said. I made a schedule. I'm gonna stick to it. It's time to knock things out.